actually, no.
It's
oh, yeah. Good morning.
Yeah.
Time changed last night, so we fell back. How is everybody doing? We are happy to be here today to have a little kind of a special FlossTube that we have, something we wanted to share. We've been working on. We have announced it on Instagram, but we'll get to that in just a minute. So maybe this will help you start to transition from the spooky season to some Christmas stitching. Anyways, so we're going to jump right on in, and I think we're starting with the whips. Okay, so I think I might have shown my progress on Instagram, but I did not show it here. This is where I'm at on, her patterns are glossy and nice, but anyways, it's Nettle by Stacy Nash, the Animal Crackers, and I am here. Now, I have since stopped because I started working on, and I'm getting close to a finish on another model for Nashville. So this one is stitched on, just one second, Grace Notes fabric, and this one's a Lugana, and it's sandstone, and I love this.
It's pretty.
I do
really
love
pretty.
it. Yes. So, and I did at some point run out of the charcoal for her dress, so I had to grab, some more of that. So I am stitching with 2 threads. Probably didn't have to, and I've since seen that Stacy Nash did put out the error correction, the changes, even though a lot of people have helped each other out and mentioned it, but she did put a clarification out there, and it happened. So anyways, I'm excited to now get to the face. I feel like I wanted to do the shoes and the cute little tights and everything, but now I'm ready for her sweet little face. And I know that I was stitching with Tina, Team Egner. She's finished. She's fully finished. And Jen, Sweet Chaos Stitcher, she has finished and given it to me. And so now I will hand off to Terry.
Oh, good, because I've got a few pieces to give you too for Terry.
Oh, good. Okay, so the plant, she's been a busy girl, Miss Terry, the old needle shop. And I'm thinking what I'm going to try and do is get myself a finish before I go, so maybe force myself to just push on and get it done. Although Jen did say that doing the extras, the jack-o'-lantern and the mask, she goes, that kind of did her in. We were so excited to be done that she's like, I just felt like I was stitching for forever on the mask and the black. And so anyways, but that's kind of my plan, but I'll drop your stuff off.
Oh, good.
So that's my only whip, besides I have been working on one for Nashville. So.
And I don't really have a whip because I've had several finishes over the last 2 weeks. Well, some of them are small. But this one I actually finished last night. And it's the Prairie Schooler Thanksgiving Comes Again. And I love Prairie Schooler, you can't go wrong with a Prairie Schooler. But this one, I did decide to make a change on. Can they see that? I can't see. Okay. The top portion is like a row of stitches. I don't know if you can see that or not.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, it's funny because I was kind of chatting. I had showed it to Karen, who is KBH Stitches on Instagram, and she said that she had stitched it, and if she were to stitch it again, she'd leave off that top row.
You know what?
And I went,
I like it.
So I actually posted almost finished last night. Missy messaged me and showed me hers, and she also had left off the top row.
I like that idea.
So I like it the way it is, but I really love it, and it'll go to Pam. I've got a few other pieces we're going to get to Pam on
that turkey, and I love
that
houses.
turkey. Yeah. So it's going to be great because it'll be on my my little Thanksgiving nook that I have in the living room.
Yeah,
and it's on 32 Count Garden Path by Color and Cotton, which was one of their Fabric of the Month several years ago.
Now, did you do?
It's all DMC
call for.
DMC call for.
It's really good.
Yeah.
I love it. Love it. Love it.
I
love
do
it.
too.
I don't tend to gravitate to want to always stitch fall, but this one
I do.
This one is
you
nice.
know. Yeah, and what's really funny is the bottom portion with all the grass. Before I had put all the grass in, I thought, does it really need it? But once I started it and started filling it in, yeah, it really needed it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it
a
made
good green.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, so that was a finish, and I was excited
Beautiful.
to get this bag. Actually, I guess this would be part of haul, but I ordered it from Sweet Sherry So Sweet on Instagram. I've got a couple of her bags, and I really love them. It's so cute. I know Jen saw it, and she ordered
Oh
one.
yeah. It's the dang turkey.
I know, it's the turkey.
And I think this is the Teresa Kogut fall fabric.
Uh-huh.
And so what's not to love
That's
about
really
that?
cute, yeah.
It's
So
those-
I'll have it for next year, so that's fine. It didn't get to stay in there long, but...
I love that.
And then...
No, you just need to start something else in that bag.
Yeah, I think I'm done with fall stitching.
Are
I think
you?
I'm moving on to Christmas. Yeah,
Really good.
I've done a couple of little Christmases, and I think I'm ready. And this one is a finish that I finished, I don't know, a week or so ago, and it's from the Drawn Thread. It's a really old chart, and it's called Joyous Christmas. See if I can get that up there.
There you go.
And I left the year on it because, I don't know, it's kind of a memory. I bought it at Always in Stitches down in South Florida, so 94 was...
I didn't have kids then.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't? Oh.
So I mean, the part I like about that is I was down at Always in Stitch. Like, I know that that year. Yeah.
But I loved it. It's got little beads on it, and I love the little cabin. That was so cute. But it's got a few specialty stitches in it.
That's
And it was a
perfect.
sweet finish, and I'll give that to Terry and see. I know
That'll
she'll
be
do something.
perfect for her.
I know she'll do something great with it.
I love pillows. So that's the Drawn Thread.
That's the Drawn Thread.
Love the fabric.
And then my other Drawn Thread that I finished is called Little Noel. And let me see if I can show this. I don't know how well it's going to come out with that. But it again was an older chart, and I kind of had finished it maybe a couple weeks ago. I did have the beads, but I did not have the buttons, so I had to order the little mistletoe buttons in the middle and the star on top of the tree. So,
Oh, wow, yeah.
yeah, so they came in and I got to finish that up. And I'm not sure. I'm not sure about framing that. I really...
I think you should do your October
like the October
pillow.
one. Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
It'd just be so like a...
And it's on 32 count light mocha.
I love that.
2 strands all.
It's nice that it's more of a cranberry
Yes.
is your primary color.
Yes.
Instead of a red.
Right.
Which is nice.
Yeah, and
Something
it was,
different.
I don't remember if that was all DMC. I think it was 2. The green and the red were a different color. Let me see the chart over there. I'm curious now. I can't remember.
Does it say there?
Whoa, I know what it was. It's Dinky Dyes, which I had the Dinky Dyes. The red and the green are Dinky Dyes. It called for needlepoint silk, but I found the DMC conversion, so I used DMC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty.
And then my last finish, I guess would be considered a fully finish, is I finished this bag. And this one went a lot better than the last one. At least it's not
Yeah, no,
wonky.
it's not wonky.
Yeah.
It's nice and
So
straight.
my friend Ann had an alphabet that she had used and gave me, it was a free alphabet copy, and so I just used that. I think it turned out good.
It turned out great. I wish I was trying to show the floss is what a close up really brings it to life, and
Yeah.
I'm not getting a good.
I used Weeks Isla Morada because I kind of wanted it to be for keeping all of my beachy coastal stuff that I stitch.
Yeah. Well, when you see her sporting it at retreats, you don't know. But this Island Murata
Island
is
Murata is
really
beautiful.
pretty, and it's not quite showing up the deep sea
doesn't.
color that it has,
Yeah.
but it's really, really
It was a
good.
lot of fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that.
So yeah, those are my finishes, and as far as you're going to be working on your model that you're doing, and I actually have something I'm doing too.
Yeah,
as a
there's-
secret stitch.
Yeah, there's something I really like this one. This is a nice special one for Nashville, something different, and it's not going to be long, and we can share a little bit of the details, but at this point there's 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces, and Linda's got part, I've got the bigger piece, and I put some work into researching some Civil War fabrics, and I think it's going to turn out, it's interesting because typically some of the colors would not be my go-to colors on some, because there is more like a terracotta. They call it terracotta in DMC.
Right.
I see it more as a mauve or different scales, but the design to me is pulling it off. And I have pushed myself away from always, it's a patriotic type piece, so I tend to go to the red and the deep blues and
the colonial colors kind of.
Yeah, and it's I've really told myself to just step back and enjoy the feminine portion of what I see coming out. So that's a lot of hoopla that you aren't going to understand, but when we finally do get to chat, it, you know, normally I don't tend to gravitate to, you know, the mauve, but it's coming together so pretty. And when you look at these Civil War reproduction fabrics, there are a lot of those colors in it. So I've picked them, and they should be in the mail Monday. And so they'll be for the backs of these smaller accoutrements.
Oh, good.
Yeah, those fancy words.
So I guess the next thing we want to talk about is our upcoming sale. And maybe before that, do we want to show some of her? How do we want to do this?
Well, I think let's just, in case anybody has to go, let's put it out there what we're doing. We have done it on Instagram. I will have Randy make sure that he puts our little picture that we did. But I guess a little history there. We have always enjoyed her patterns, and it wasn't too long ago we were doing a spotlight designer.
Yes.
So this is our spotlight designer.
Right.
And we took it to the next level and created a sale. So this is going to be the hashtag Ho 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 Sal.
The Ho 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 Sal.
And
we both saw it and loved it. And then as we started talking about designers and stuff, we decided, oh, we have some of her other stuff too. And I've stitched one of hers, and Chrissy's actually got a whip of one of hers. So we're going to show a lot of Crochet A Go-Go.
Yes. So I know we all saw it at the same time, and then we showed it to Jen, and I did not need anything else Christmas to stitch. But the idea that I had, and I think you are going to do maybe the same thing, but when I saw it on here, we are going to make Santa into just a stand-up. And I don't have any of those. Linda does. She has some of the older ones that were...
Yeah, they are Lizzie Kate's.
Yes, and I have those kits. But when I saw him, I just love his style. And, I mean, you can't beat
his face.
Her Christmas and her Halloween.
Whoops. Hello.
Yeah.
Fading in and out a little bit.
They're just so spot on.
They are.
So... This is the actual name of the pattern is the Ho 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 Christmas Stocking. And the stitch count is 150 by 223. But like I said, we're literally just Santa, correct? Are you going to do any of the Ho Ho Ho?
No, well, I'm not real sure. I may end up doing a couple of the Ho Ho Ho's in the top. You know, it's really going to be kind of a start it and then decide which way I'm going to go. So it's really going to be interesting.
You know what would be kind of fun is what if we stitched a hoe and...
Well, we need at least 3 hoes.
I was wondering about a dangly tag.
Oh.
A dangly...
Okay, to hang over it.
Maybe to hang on the top. Anyways, so you have picked your fabric and you have the floss. I only have my fabric. So what did you pick for yours?
This is called Balmoral. It's you can probably take that needle minder off, but...
it's too good. Hopefully this will...
Yeah, how do we get out of
here?
The...
It takes a minute sometimes for it to regroup. Say hello.
There we go.
I know we did it the one time.
I know.
Okay, so We're both stitching on 32 count.
There we
There
go.
it is.
There we go.
And it's a great needle.
And this is a more of a gray than you can tell on the screen.
Yeah.
It's a gray. Balmoral Color and Cotton. It was one of their Fabric of the Month several years ago. I actually had a couple of grays, but this one kind of won out because it was a little bit darker and I thought the white would show up better. And actually I posted on Instagram and I think everybody said, yeah, Balmoral.
Yeah, we all did. And it's, see, now I don't see the green as much. I see even the sage or khaki sage, but it's a little different than that, but it's really nice.
And I did put the white up against it, but the other day I put all the reds and greens up against it and it looked really good.
And the fun part about her stitching is that it's always DMC.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've ever come across any that isn't. So it just makes that part so much fun.
And we're going to start this coming Friday, October 8th.
Right.
So if you'd like to join in, I know that there are some LNSs that are carrying the paper patterns, but there's also, of course, our Etsy shop where you can grab the PDF.
Yeah.
But it's really cute. And I've actually stitched a while back, and I know we showed it then, the winter sampler, her winter sampler. And that was a sal that I did with Kathy from Two Needles Pulling Thread. I think she finished hers, but this is her winter sampler. And I know that Michelle, made by Michelle McGraw, is stitching the autumn, and I think Stacy 911 Stitcher too, which would be about the same size as this one.
Yeah.
And mine's on 32 count, Vintage Country Mocha. I love it.
This is the one the wreath gave you the wool. Wasn't this the wreath you had to pick out the center?
Yes. Oh, yeah. The center of that was kind of a challenge. 3 or 4 times because it was actually in the middle of 4 pages.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I love it. And yours, the one that you're working on now, is so, and I am not, and she's going to show that, I am not a Halloween person, but boy, has this tempted me.
Yes.
Chrissy's working on this with Jen.
Yes, there are several. There were several. Team Egner. There's, I think now I've seen 3 sales out there. This is Halloween Sampler. So it is about I would say almost the exact same size as what Linda has.
But yours will be a little bigger because you're stitching it on 28, right?
Yeah. Yes. Hold on one second. It's a nice dark.
Yes.
I mean, everybody's was so pretty. I'm waiting for the blur to go again. I don't know if it's the white from there.
I don't know. When you took it back a while ago, it kind of came back.
I was trying to see if I had kept what my fabric was, but I think it's the
it looks like dirty.
It's it was either that or the sage.
Oh, okay.
But either way, hold on one second here.
Maybe if you take
I don't have too much. He goes like this. I started at the bottom left.
There you go. Maybe it's coming back a little. But the colors on that are
so good.
Yeah.
There we go. And I knew none of us were going to look for a finish this year.
Oh, no.
The 3 of us that picked it up said, let's just get stitches in. We all have things we want to finish. I didn't even finish the things I wanted to finish. But there's a nice start, and I will just tell you, they are so fun. And she is one creative.
Oh, love her stuff.
One creative designer. So,
in fact, what we did is we each pulled some of the charts that we have that I bought probably last year. I'm not even sure when. But she does really great winter things like that one, which we're going to probably get blurry again. But
I
that
probably would have to take it out from this.
That,
yeah, did it again. I'm not sure if it's why would it be the white?
I don't know. There you go.
What? Why would it be the white? There you go. But that's so cute. So snowmen.
There it went. Okay. And then this one is another Christmas one that is so darn cute. That sleigh.
This is called Silent Night.
Yeah. And then this one is one that's pretty recent. It's her new Santa. But this one's probably only a month or so old too. But she just does the
and
faces.
This is the, they said the Babu Natali 2024. I think I might have said that almost correct, maybe not. He's her reindeer. Her deer always pull off that real whimsical look. I love that.
And then the other one that I mentioned that several people are stitching is the autumn sampler. And I think, like I said, Michelle is stitching that Stacy 911, and I know some others, but...
And that's got a doozy of a house in there.
Yeah, it does. And I love her animals. She just does the best animals.
I think we love her raccoons.
Yeah, the raccoon.
Love that.
But, yeah, we just wanted to show some of the stuff that we have acquired that maybe one day we would get to stitch.
Mine, I think this might be my first Christmas.
Oh, is it?
Maybe. I felt like I had more, but I checked my stash and I didn't. Okay. And I checked my computer. So my guess is this is my first Santa, but her Halloween ones are always ones I have a real hard time just passing by.
Yep, and
this one is called Madame Fortune. So it says paw readings, and it's got a bunch of black cats, which I just absolutely love. And then there's that little extra paw at the back, which I know it's patterned, but I mean, seriously, you can't stitch it. But oh my gosh, it's called Paw Mystery. It's just super cute, super cute. And then the other one is Happy Halloween. And she has one more really big one, but since I already had the other Halloween sampler, I kind of passed on that one. But this one with that witch sweeping down at the house, even Jen and I have said, gosh, we could just stitch just
the house.
And I bought it because I like that if I did just do that, you could, she's got nice squares and some of the, like samplers where I could just do, bony for a pillow and stuff like that. So this one is nice with the little divisions. But, so I have all Halloween.
And I've got
not small
Christmas and winter. Oh, there we go again.
Everybody's going to see the back of my hand a bunch of times today. I don't know if that's going to work, but I think that's it. We really would love to not be blurry for you.
Maybe if we put...
And I have a haul somewhere. Oh, right here. Okay. Let's see if we can come back here a minute. Do you have a haul?
Oh, I have a few.
You have a few hauls. She has a few. What would FlossTube be without haul?
There we go.
Okay. So mine was Grateful and Willing, and these were Plum Street's new releases that she had. She also had, the Bat Pillow or something else come out at the same time. But
And there was another stack, and I don't remember what that stack was.
A big house. I remember she had one that was a big house.
Oh, yeah, she did, yeah.
Yeah. But I love this one.
That's pretty. I like the colors in that a lot. And that's my only haul. I grabbed the Christmas Swan from Brenda Gervais. New release.
I love that one.
And I've passed on the other swans, but the the colors in this did it, and I really thought,
I think it's the little stitches off the back.
Yes. I think so too. Red and green stitches,
yeah. And there's little candies, and that to me really did it.
Yeah, I got one other one, and I know many of you have done this, and this is Annie's Go Tell It on the Mountain.
Annie the Proper Stitcher. And for the first month, I think it's over now. You can still buy it, but there was a month where 100% of the proceeds went to be donated to, I don't know exactly where, but it was from Helene.
Yes.
Back to Hurricane Helene.
But it's really cute, and I hope to get that stitched up pretty quick. So that's...
I know, you can stitch that Sunday.
Yeah.
Let's just...
Yeah, and I'm seeing it on water lily. I think it'd be really pretty on water lily. Yeah.
It almost looks like it's on a water lily. What was her called for?
Grace Notes fabric baklava.
Oh, baklava. I was gonna almost say, it's gonna be that frappe that I always like.
That's almost that same color.
That baklava, maybe it's a lighter green because that's. Do you have water lily?
Oh yeah.
Do you have a little stash?
I think I do. Yeah.
I mean, you only need.
Oh yeah.
But what a cute pillow that would be too, or an ornament.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's really it.
So plans, I mean, we kind of talked about it. You're going to be working on, and I am too, actually. I'm going to start my little portion of that.
Right. I feel like I've got the week to push a little bit on nettle, and I'd love to have a finish, but I guess I don't know, haven't read anybody's comments about how fast the face stitches.
Yeah, that's a lot of black.
I've got those sleeves to do, and there's some detail in it, but other than that, we'll see.
Yeah, and then my only thing, I'm anxious to start on Friday, our new one.
Yeah. So I don't really have any other, I have, if we have our updates, I mean, I have a foot doctor tomorrow. That's my only recent thing lately is, I mean, just doing an MRI on my foot to see if my Achilles tendon is going to play nice with me or not. But anyways, we shall see where that leads. And but that's kind of it. October was crazy.
Yeah,
it really was crazy. We have birthdays, and we had our anniversary now just yesterday, and
yeah, it went so fast. Where did it go?
I don't know. And I think it's so cute because in our neighborhood, I have already seen like 4 Christmas wreaths go up on doors, like that fast. So, but yeah, no, I have to admit, the model stitching I have really enjoyed. I'm stitching on a favorite fabric. I'm stitching on a favorite count. I will kind of be bummed when it's all done, but I'll be glad because I always reward myself with something then. So I figured then I'll enjoy some time with Ho Ho Ho.
Sure. Yeah.
So if you do join and you're on Instagram, let us know and tag us, both in it. We would love to watch your progress on it. That's for sure.
And if you'd like to tag Crochet a Go-Go, I know that she's anxious to see.
Yeah.
We've kind of communicated with her a little bit, and
she shared the sal.
Yes, she shared the sal. So
and it was mentioned in the Instagram sal.
I can't remember the name of that. There is a site on Instagram, and maybe we'll link that below.
Okay.
And it talks about, it's where you can show all the sales that are going on. So it's a great site on Instagram.
Yeah, a good resource.
Yeah.
So that was really fun.
Yeah.
But other than that,
I think that's
my Halloween's down, and
my fall is still up, and it will be through Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And then the Christmas comes out. Yep.
And yours is, and then winter. Or do
winter
you do
comes,
both?
No,
you just
I do Christmas, and then after January, first part of January, I do winter. And that will stay
just going to be so
thrilled. Oh, no, he's just thrilled. Yeah, and then January, Kim's actually coming for, going to stay for a while for 10 days from Oregon. Our daughter Kim.
Oh, nice. Okay, so after Christmas.
After Christmas.
Nice.
So I'll be working. I've already talked my son into redoing floors in our guest room and getting it painted, and so that'll be fun.
Yes.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah.
The guest room down by the bathroom?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Very
Yep.
cool.
So yeah, but lots of fun things going on, and
yeah, we're good.
We're good.
Now it's just time to Christmas stitch, some people still love fall, and we stitch all year.
Oh, yeah.
What am I saying? I'll be stitching a Halloween sampler. I've seen a couple model stitchers send back what they did, and I'm anxious for some of those to start. It's funny because we say it every time, but Nashville will be right around the corner.
Yeah.
And I think that is the only thing about this time, because this is that fun season to stitch.
Well, and then before Nashville, it was announced.
Yes, you are right.
That Chrissy's going to be the guest designer at the Barefoot Needle Arts retreat in February, which is going to be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be really exciting.
So we're going to get to have another road trip.
Right. Which means, yes, which also means that Christmas stitching gets, because that's my next one to finish. I have a good start on it, but I really like it. I really like that piece. So
yeah, and I saw that it looks like they're full.
Okay.
And it's going to be on the beach this time, which I know October's low, so that'll be fun. February on the beach.
Yeah.
The room looks fabulous, so
I'm excited.
I'm excited.
It's something new. I've had a couple people ask about trunk shows already for 20, before you know it. So I do have one goal, and that is to get out from the Stitcher's Soul.
Yes, I have it over there to start on.
And I want to start moving everything in. So I probably will be bothering you this week for just make sure I'm on the right track, make sure I know what we're doing and our dates, and so.
And the other thing I forgot, we're still doing Prairie Schooler Saturday, so I want to grab another Prairie Schooler. Maybe it'll be a Christmas one.
Right, and I need to finish. I say that all the time, but it is one that I do still think I can pull off a finish. Maybe that could be my Thanksgiving, like dedicate that Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I could, that's the thing for me. I think I'm finding out I have to be a monogamous stitcher if I'm going to finish what I want to finish and not bob. Because if I bobbed around on Nettle or pushed her, then I would feel really stressed about what am I accomplishing for Nashville, and it just is what it is. I don't complain. It's stitching. I really love it.
I have found that's what I tend to. If I started, I want to try to. I'm not
unless there are a couple little ones. Yeah, absolutely. So other than that, we are good. Philip's good. Gerald's good.
Cats are good. I found my pillow that disappeared a few weeks ago.
Yes.
Couldn't figure out where it went. Looked behind everywhere.
Have Terry put a bell in the Noel one, or wait it.
Yeah.
Don't let it be batted around. Yeah.
It ended up in the back of Gerald's room, which has kind of become a storage room. And I was in there the other day grabbing something and went, oh, there it is.
I gotta tell you. So we had Olivia's birthday on the 28th, and she treated herself. She's not married, doesn't have any commitment, so she gave herself a birthday gift. But it was really for her cat. And she has, they call it tripods, but she has a 3-legged cat that was injured, and she got it as a kitten. So it just has, and it's a front one. And this cat can do everything, and it just cracks me up. But she spoils that thing. And rightfully so. It's her baby. But she ordered, I kid you not, has to be an 8-foot cat tower.
Oh my gosh.
And it was black and red, and all the little beds where they come off. Oh. So all the little liners wrap around your piece of board. So I would never know that was a thing, but I get it. So now she can take them all off and wash it all and look good. But I thought, that cat is never going to make it up to 8 feet or whatever our ceilings are. Oh my gosh. The very first place it went was to the top. You can tell that's a cat that's had a cat tower its whole life because it knew exactly. Mine are kind of like, what the heck is that piece of furniture? Really? I'll just scratch up mommy's, because I never really...
Oh, ours love the cat tower.
Had it.
And Gerald will put it in front of the glass door so they can look out. She gave Oscar, my dad's cat, and put it out on the porch, and the old one. And he's loving that. Yeah. So I told her, I said, all right, shame on me. I'm going to have to buy a very large cat tower. But I wish you could have saw this cat with get to where it needs to go, and it flies around. So anyways, that's just your little bit of humor for today. It's just, she asked Randy to build it for her. And we went and I forget where we went shopping with Philip or did something. And she's like, Dad, bat the eyes, will you build this? We come home and it is almost touching the ceiling. I'm like, oh my gosh. The things we do for our animals.
Exactly. So other than that, it's all good. Trick-or-treating. Didn't do any of that.
No.
I took Philip a little bit. That was really sweet. If this is the time to share whatever, I've just got to say,
The grin on his face.
My gosh. So we woke up in the morning on Halloween, and I knew the grandkids were going, Philip and I, we will go, when I stopped trick-or-treating with him, and we don't have it in our 55 and over, I was like, we just modify. We get up, we go do something, we get his treat, we'll find a Halloween book, we just make our own fun out of it. Well, it was funny because I knew Julie, my dad's, girlfriend, had chocolate in her fridge.
Oh.
And he heard it was Halloween. Sometimes he won't, it doesn't matter, but he heard in the morning, and he saw the costumes, and he heard, and I'm like, you know what? We could put on your Halloween stuff, and maybe we could go trick-or-treating, either in the golf cart or the car. So anyways, we got in the car, and we called up Julie, and I said, okay, so we started practicing trick-or-treat, so it's been a while. So we had his bag at the window, and she came out like in good grandma type fashion, and she had a big bag. It was just one, it was a big bag, and his eyes lit up, and she put it in, and he said trick-or-treat, and I said, okay, now we'll go to Papa's. So I texted him, I said, Dad, we're coming your way. Philip's trick-or-treating via car style. He's like, well, I don't have anything. And I'm just like, come on, Dad. You don't have a granola bar? You don't have a cookie?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, well, hold on. I'm like, a pipe, plumbing, anything that he loves to.
Tools.
So he comes out, and he was so proud of him. And it's so funny because what people would think is a joke, Philip loved.
Oh, yeah.
He gave him a box of macaroni and cheese.
Didn't see that.
Big box of Velveeta shells. And Philip was like, noodles, because that's his favorite food, if you know anything about him. So it was a hoot. And every time the noodles would go in the box, he's giggling. And I said, okay, now we'll go. So I just made it a little bit of a morning out of it. And I texted Olivia at work. I know they have suckers for kids that come into the pediatric neurologist. So we went ahead and stopped by sister's work. He trick-or-treated there. And then I put my friend Jen, Sweet Chaos Stitcher, on, and I said, I know this sounds crazy, but if you have I know they have their coffee shop, and I'm like, if you have a candy on your desk or something, I'm just going to bring Philip to our last stop, and then I'll get him lunch.
Some of them were dressed.
And so so she says, yeah, come here, park here. And I said, okay. And I said, I know I'm driving you crazy right now because it's a lot. And she goes, no. She goes, people actually dressed up. So I'm like, oh, okay. So we pulled in, and she coordinated with everybody, every coworker that dressed up to come over. And she says, have his window down when we get there. And this whole, about 5-6 people, entourage of Halloween people, a witch, a little devil, and just the cutest things, showed up at his window, and each of them had something and dropped it in, and, my eyes filled up with the tears, and then she took a picture, but he was so stunned, he couldn't smile. He was just like, what just happened at my window? And especially that witch was right in his face. And by the time he was talking again,
those were the best pictures.
He was like, witchy. I'm like, that witchy gave you candy. Yeah. And so, people like that they are, if you're local, I mean, if you do need anything, they have so much more than landscaping. Oh, yeah. But I got to tell you, that family has a heart of gold. They do so much for the community, and if you have kids, they do so much for kids, and they let teachers come in. And I mean, I'm not just doing it because we love her to death. I'm doing it because I've watched what they do. So, if you want, give Yard Stop. I think it's Yard Stop Mount Dora. I think is their Instagram page, and they have Santa coming, and they just give them a follow, even if you aren't anywhere.
Yeah,
she works real hard. Her grandkids, Zoe is the mom to 2 of Jennifer's grandkids, and Zoe does the social media, and she's does the Instagram page. But anyways. And then we got to see her grandbabies who were Beths. And then it was so funny because they're adorable. And the one is, I think Ren is, I want to say she's 3 now, but I could be wrong, but 3. And then there's the little one, Ren and Honey. And Ren so she's walking, and she's holding her hand. And I just told her when we were saying goodbye, I'm like, okay, flap away.
Yeah, they were all dressed up as bats.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
it was
so
hysterical.
cute.
Yeah.
But she's in the parking lot. And Ren goes, okay, and starts flapping and literally was in the parking lot. And they're like, no, not right here.
Yeah.
So it's just, but anyways, they're very good people. So other than that, that was it.
Yeah.
I was exhausted after that.
We don't do it. You know, it's funny when we moved up here, we're of course off of a dirt road. And the first year we were up here, moved from South Florida, I went out and bought candy.
Mm-hmm.
And I came home with the candy and Jill said, what are you going to do with that? And I said, trick-or-treaters. Said, we're not going to get any trick-or-treaters. Nobody's
Not
going
a dirt road and
We've
walk up
never
the
had a
path.
trick-or-treater. Yeah.
Down Grandma's path in the dark.
Yeah.
No, I mean, and that's us too. So I think what we did was perfect. Now Heather, again, if you're local, my daughter took the grandkids to Celebration. That little town.
That's where
that
she
does
was.
that.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, they really did a nice job because a lot of places, it just isn't what it was.
No.
And our mall is so small that it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
But I think that was a really great experience for them, and they really whooped it up in Celebration. So
Beautiful decorations. Yeah.
it was worth taking them. I told her, I said, well, maybe next year, I would try it with Philip because they started at 4:00, so I could pull that off. But anyways, so that's our random ramblings for y'all. And other than that, that's it.
I think that's it.
All right, guys. And if you want to know where the little reindeer, maybe she's a girl, Cracker Barrel. So I stopped to get both of us ears.
I only had one pair of ears. I probably have another pair somewhere, but I couldn't find them. And I thought Chrissy looked better in them anyway.
So I came out with Randy and Matt were in the car, and I said, let me just try Cracker Barrel for a Santa hat. And they had a Grinch hat. That every hat, they had the Griswold hat. I am not wearing a Griswold hat. I would not look good. We don't look good in hats anyways. We're not hat people. Tina can pull off a hat all the time. Jen can wear a baseball hat. I don't know if it's our round faces. We have these round faces, but hats don't work. But yeah, so I was like, okay, I'm not wearing a Grinch hat. I'm not doing that. But man, I saw that little reindeer blow mold, and I'm like, I'll just hold her.
She come walking in the door with it, and Gerald went,
Gerald was dying laughing.
what are you going to do with that?
Yeah. But any retreats coming up? Diane's going to the Sarasota one. Are you done for 2024? You have successfully attended how many?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. I haven't counted, but it was our year. It was our year.
I feel like maybe 5.
A little bit more than that.
A little bit more? Okay.
Yeah. I think our next one, Brick City, of course, has a January retreat.
Sure,
and
I don't count those. No. I guess I forget to count those.
And Sit and Stitch Ocala is having one in January. Yeah. Teresa and Michelle do a great job. It's a one day event, and it's at a beautiful location. That's in January. And then, of course, February will be our Barefoot New York. So.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm done for the year. But that's good.
Which means we'll get a lot of stitching done.
Yes.
So.
That's the plan.
And I'll be watching Lions football this afternoon while Randy's doing the editing. So he's just in heaven because it's, I don't know, last night, 11 o'clock at night, we were sitting there was still football on. It's like, of course there is.
Every channel.
I know. Like, of course there's. I'm like, why is there football on now? He's like, it's on all the time. He's like, just like, okay, fine, whatever. So. All right, guys. You guys have a great week.
Yep.
And
we hope to see you in a couple weeks.
Stay safe and healthy. And we have no plans, so we should be good to go.
Yeah.
Next time at my house.
Yes.
And we'll do what we did.
All right, guys.
All right, guys.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Don't forget to floss.
Don't forget to floss.